Aaron here, Truck Drags Australia Drag Truck Project Part 2. We are servicing today. Filters and more. Got us covered. Filters and more in the Hawkesbury, Mulgrave, Gulf Western Oil, Fleet Guards. I made a mistake and asked for two of the same filter when they're separate, so we went back and got a Secura to go on there. Doesn't really matter with what we're doing with this truck at the minute. So I've got a Fleet Guard on the front, Secura on the back. This is the additional second filter, so it's not going to matter too much. Probably going to end up putting some oil flush through this thing to clean it out. We have a new coolant filter. The old one was junk. I'll show you what they look like. We have gearbox filter 6107, and that had clean oil in it, which was very good. Very good surprise. And we have a new diesel filter also. So I'm just about to jump up and put fresh Gulf Western oil in this thing. This is the junk that come out. Not that you can see, but it is black as ace of spades and as thin as water. So we've got some new stuff going in. These are the old ones. So this is the coolant filter. So I actually don't want to know what the rest of the inside of the motor looks like with that. For the inexpense, I might run it a couple times to filter the shit out and then just change them anyway. This was the old diesel filter, and you can see definitely had some moisture in there because there's a bit of surface rust. And this right here is the gearbox filter, which has orange paint, red paint, and just filthy. So I dare say it would have been changed in its life somewhere, but it's probably just rusty from being behind the bar. So it's all happening. We've still got to degrease the rest of it, but I thought I'll service it first. So let's keep it going, eh? All right, we have 40 litres of oil, probably 38 and a bit actually, because we had to fill the filters. But this is, I don't know if you can see that, about as clean as it gets. So let's see what it looks like after we start it. But we have just done fuel, oil, coolant, we've done everything. So let's fire it up. We're a bit over full, so that should be fine. I know I don't have to worry about topping it up. But like I said, for what we're doing with this thing right now, that's not overly important, you know. It's not about to go and do 30,000 Ks, so you're lucky if it does that many kilometers for the rest of its life. But let's get this kill switch on. See if we can't make some noise, eh? I might need to actually, I did fill the diesel filter, but let's just make sure that it's okay. It might take a bit to keep running, so I might just pop yours up here for now. Hopefully you don't fall off there and you can see. Alright, so she starts and runs just fine. We'll check this dipstick, and it is still clean as a whistle. So I haven't started it for a couple of days in the hope that whatever oil sits in the heads and wherever in the block just trickles down to the sump. So I drained it out. It's the tub here that's full, 40 odd litres. I reckon it's more than 40 litres to be honest, but let's have a look. Look at that. You just can't beat these old engines. I don't know if you can see the colour of that oil. It hasn't even changed colour. That right there is exactly what we want to see. Just gonna let it run, and it's not really going to get up to operating temp, but it'll warm up, get this oil flowing and all the rest of it. So, and it's just as easy as this. Having some issues with the fuel on this thing, and what we determined it to be was, this is the breather, this is the breather, but the tanks aren't connected. So all that's on that tank is that feed, and there's a return and the fuel sender. So that tank wasn't breathing, as you can see. That's why I've got the cap off. And it was just getting a massive vacuum in there, and the truck would start to run a little funny because it was just affecting the fuel delivery. So we figured that out. That's gonna not matter anyway, because I'm gonna end up with a fuel cell on the top of here. We'll plate this up nice and put a fuel cell on here. The tanks, the fuel tanks will remain. Whether they get painted or stainless wrapped, I'm not sure yet, but they will remain literally just for show. The truck's not going to be that fast where aerodynamics is going to be a problem. I mean, it's an LTL, it's a house brick, so aerodynamics we're not too worried about. But I don't need to put 40 litres of fuel in those tanks for them to be empty. So we'll put a fuel cell on the back, which will be more than enough to do what we need. That way we can plug all the lines up on the tanks and wrap them completely and make them look nice, or paint them, or whatever we end up doing. So I've got someone helping us out with the truck tires. So I won't say anything about that until now. I'll do a whole post about that, and we'll do a video going there anyway. So this thing's still cold, the revs are still low. So yeah, we'll do a full video on those guys, because I'll take the truck there, we'll get the tires done and whatnot. Same with the guards. I don't know if I'll take the truck there to get the guards fitted, but we'll do a video. We'll go there, say g'day, pick them up and all the rest of it. But these poles I'm going to take off today, they don't need to be there. This is for the sleeper, original sleeper, that can come off. These airlines here would have come through the original deck plate and been the Susie coils for the trailer. So that can all come off, and there's a joint up there, so I can just kink and cable tie them for now until we figure out what to do with those. This whole battery kill switch system is going to come out, because we'll end up with the batteries back here. However that works out, whether I put the fuel cell here and then the batteries in a nice box behind it, or vice versa. I've got a whole, obviously I have a whole back wall. I have a whole back wall coming that will end up getting just drilled and riveted on. So that's got to come up from Melbourne, so I've got to figure out how to do that. I know how to do that, but we've got to, it's going to take some time. Yeah, I got a new set of Stemcos for the front hubs. New set of Stemcos. For the price of them, why not? I do have to do the bearings and stuff on there, so I might hold off putting them on until we do the bearings. I know July 12 is our Sydney round. It is not too far away, but it's far enough I can get that stuff done. So look, we're going to tidy it up as best we can before now in July, but at the end of the day, we got it how it is for the base. So that baseline is what you see behind us. We're just tidying it up, making sure she's going to go and it's going to stop. If we go and run a 30-second pass, who cares? That's the whole point, is we got to start. That's the baseline, and then we can only go up from there. So stick with us. We're making it happen. We appreciate all the love and support. If you're in Adelaide, June 6th, Tailem Bend will be at Dragway at the Bend, June 6th. So with the super trucks, they're going to be on the circuit, and then we're going to do some truck drag racing and a truck shine and everything of a night time. So June 6th, I wish I could take this there, but it's to use that, to tow that, it's just so, probably $5 grand in diesel. So if someone wants to pay for that, I'll do it. I can't justify that cost right now with trying to get down there and run the event. So Sydney, July 12 will be this truck's first appearance, I guess. And then the first event for the year is June 6th, which is 3 weeks away from today, maybe 2 weeks away by the time you see this video. So yeah, we're just going to keep tooting around here and showing you what's going on. It is 9:30 p.m. We are back outside, about to get back to it. Got the lights on because I want to show you something pretty cool in the truck, but I'm going to get these off. So there's just 4 bolts on the chassis rail, a couple of bolts here, the same with that one. The sleeper mount bracket that was on here I took off. This is for the Susie coils for the trailer protection. I'm gonna unbolt that and just loop it up under the cab there and cable tie it up for now. But yeah, I've got my phone in here on charge. The blue light's the USB charger. Cigarette lighter works, so charge my phone while I'm out here working on the truck. 1984's technology. So I'm going to time lapse this. Got my bloody hood on here. I'm going to time lapse this. I might just set this up somewhere and yeah, just get to what I couldn't do today. Enjoy. Mess, covered in all this junk, but let's have a look at what's going on. So that is gone. All these air lines were there, so just cleaned it all up. I pulled all the old wiring and air lines that aren't being used. This breather was broken for the diffs. I didn't know they ran them all the way up to the front of the truck, so that's pretty cool. We'll fix that anyway, but this is where the guard holes were that I took off last night. Yeah, just giving it a general clean up. I'll have to soak these again, just trying to get all the grease out of everywhere. So yeah, we're getting there. Still got to degrease this side. I'll just pop this down here. So there's the difference right there. Coming off, and should be $1 million before we know it. There we have it. It is getting clean. It is getting clean. So this is where we're at. We have re-degreased everything because it needs it. I could probably do it again, to be honest, but I'm running out of degreaser, believe it or not. But it is all looking $1 million. Like I said, we got this frame off last night for that sleeper. We've gurneyed all in there again. We do have a small air leak from one of these lines here, which will be easy enough fix. And yeah, she's looking the goods, no poles. I'll try and get a set of guards on there before Sydney in July. But otherwise, that's her for now.